Hi guys, welcome to the stream. Let me know if you can hear me. Hi Manigandan, hi Sri, hi Srinivas, hi Raju, how are you? Hi Vijay, hi Madhivarma, hi Ravikant. Let me know if you guys can hear me and then we can get started. Oh, let me open my mobile. I think yeah, I can hear my voice. Cool. Hi Trinath, how are you? Hi Dinesh, hi Ankit, hi Saksham, hi Sadiq, hi Nandu. How are you guys? You guys are not spending your vacation usefully. Hi Surya. Hi engineer. Hi Rajesh. Hi Akash. I think there are a lot of people joining. Hi Nandu. Good evening, guys. Good evening, everyone. Hi Anup. Hi Manikandan. So I think we have around 39, 40 people. Yeah, cool. Thank you very much. I think we can get started. Maybe you can ask any general question about anything with respect to technology. I'm here to talk with you. It's been a while since we went live. So I thought of like going live so that I can connect with you guys. I can share with what I'm trying to learn in 2020. You can tell me what you're trying to learn, what you are interested in, and things like that. Yep. Thank you, Nandu. Yeah, maybe you guys can start posting questions, but yeah. What else? Yeah, maybe you can start posting the questions and then I can go from there. So yeah, how long have you been following the channel? So that is a general question which I ask in my live stream just to get to know the pulse of the audience, so that I know how long you have been following the channel. So Super Route is asking, hi, I want to know more about Kubernetes tools. Yeah, definitely. I've started doing a lot of tooling um, with respect to Kubernetes. If you had seen my videos on Scaffold, I have done a Scaffold video. I have not done anything with respect to GitHub Actions. I'll definitely do that. There is something called Customize. I'll definitely do these then and there because I don't want to do full-fledged videos, but then I will do these kind of tooling and developer productivity videos in between. Yeah, you can expect those uh, in the coming months. So hi Hung from Vietnam. Thanks for the love from Vietnam. Good to know that you guys are following from there as well. Future of DevOps. Future of DevOps is very bright if you ask me. I recently attended a lot of conferences and meetups. The people who attend these are mostly DevOps engineers, right? And from what I see, DevOps engineers have more knowledge than developers, right? So being an application developer myself, so I have sometimes been jealous because the number of technologies and the knowledge which they have is more than developers, right? So and the future is going to be developer getting merged into the concept of a DevOps. So basically, it's a cultural aspect. Every company has their own DevOps culture, but everybody is following DevOps in one form or the other. So it's just going to be there. So Sri is asking, need some clarification on Java 11 voucher because heard that there is 50% off, but it's not clear. This is for the usage or it's for the certification? I'm not sure. So from what I see, Java 11 is there already, but I don't see a lot of people using Java 11. It's available as a JDK, though people are just flipping the runtime to Java 11. They're not fully using Java 11 features. That's what I can see. I have a doubt on Ansible. I don't know Ansible, Venu. I'm not into DevOps, the core DevOps part. I know a lot of DevOps stuff. I do a lot of DevOps stuff, but then I don't work on Ansible as a language for automation. Hi Akash, hi Ajay. I'm a Java developer from 3 years now. How can I go DevOps engineer? So if you have been following all my videos in the channel, you are already a DevOps engineer. If you know how to deploy stuff, if you know how things work end to end, if you know how to monitor and what are the different tools with respect to monitoring your application and then quickly reacting those in production, that's what you need for becoming a DevOps engineer. Everything basically end to end. So Vijay says you've been following for more than 2 years. Yeah, great to know, Vijay. Surya, last 1.5 years. Great to know. Hey, Ankit, 2 years. Hey, Priyak. A lot of questions are there. Okay, 6 months, good. I'm following for the last 1 year, nice. Pranab says 2 years, nice. Nirmal says 1 year, good. I'm a Java engineer with 9+ years of experience. Any suggestion what will be good like cloud or big data or blockchain? So if you ask me out of these three, cloud is the only option, right? So if you use cloud, you will use big data in any form or shape. Blockchain, let's not even talk about blockchain because it's not even gone mainstream yet. Um, Focus, cool, thanks man. Manigandan is following for the last 4 months, nice. Need a video, Shibu is asking, need a video for testing extent report for parallel testing and their screenshot issues. So what is the context? Like, I don't know. This can be like implemented in anything, but give me some context on what tools you're using or something. I can check. In 2020, I need to become a technical architect from a senior developer. Could you please guide me? It's more general question. Sure, like it depends on the experience and the opportunity which you're currently getting right now, because sometimes what happens is though you know how to design architectures and things like that, you might not be doing that kind of a role in your current organization, right? So that also becomes a factor, but then that's not the only thing. So you will have to obviously upskill yourself with respect to reading a lot of blogs on how things are designed. For example, Netflix posts on how they are doing DevOps, how they are doing microservices management and things like that. Every company is now publishing these information publicly, so get to know all those, then follow videos with respect to designing architectures, and then try building your own architecture, right? So try building out small products and then leverage things from there, right? So that's how you can become a better person. So you should be confident that if somebody calls you an architect, you will turn back and see that okay, you are that person, right? So that's what I would say takes you to become an architect. So hi Enshuld, how long it's been? So this is Enshuld is one of my first followers when I had I think 100 subscribers. It's been a long time. Hi dude. Vikram says, "Hi sir, I got an interview opportunity in Amazon, Edinburgh. Any suggestions?" So see, I'm not a expert in cracking interviews. I wouldn't suggest you to learn something just to crack an interview. Just attend with whatever you had and whatever you learned, and that should take you forward, right? So I'm not going to tell you prepare this, prepare that, and things like that. Whatever you had prepared, make sure that you are confident in answering them, and then use your what do you call analytical skills when it comes to tricky questions. Venu says how to connect to the slave 120 machines at a time without pasting the SSH key on the slave. So if you don't want to pass the SSH key, then obviously you will have to connect to these slaves by means of maybe protocols like TCP or HTTP. Let's say you are running an agent in all these 120 machines, then you can connect to these 120 slaves without doing SSH. This is a common principle which a lot of architectures follow. You can have a daemon process running in all these slaves, and then you can connect from your master to these slaves without doing SSH. Madhi Verma is asking suggestion is like plan for solid. Okay, plan for solid application. Which okay, there are too many questions I think. Okay, which cover many technology in a simple app so that all the tech videos can be merged and can be published as a part by part. Yeah, so the so there is one open source project by a friend and a colleague. So let me show you that. So he's trying to create a e-commerce website. Basically, this is for learning purpose. So if you're interested, do contribute to that as well. So right now the documentation is not there. So initially we both decided that we will create some documentation around it, and then we will use the same for learning purpose, right? Be it developing synchronous based architecture for designing an e-commerce website or asynchronous based architecture. Alright, so he has put the basic layout and he has created all these. It's all working fine. You can deploy this locally. You can run the Spring Boot application locally, and then you can create an e-commerce website in your browser in your local environment, and we can use the same example. So I'm thinking of using the same example. If you're interested, do contribute to this, and then we can make a better e-commerce sample which we can use for every technology to be learned from this. So you can go to this github.com/Pritham Prasad PRASD and then e hyphen commerce. I'll separately make a video on by creating a shout out, but since you had asked, I just gave you this link. You can try um, forking it and then start contributing. need some new courses on data structures and algorithms. There are a lot of other YouTubers who are already doing data structures and algorithms. I wouldn't want to copy the same concept which somebody has already made, right? So you can definitely take a look at those videos. I have 4.5 years of experience, Java developer working in a service-based company, and as of now, the work quality, I just quit 2 months back and studying and working on a self project to learn a better job. Yeah, good. So the suggestion I would do is right now what happens is if you go to the market, people are asking certifications. That's become like the new norm. So if you're interested in working on cloud-based environments, you can do either AWS or Azure or Kubernetes or whichever platform you're learning, right? So I don't know what learning you're doing right now in your last 2 months, but I would suggest take one particular cloud provider and then start with that, and then finish one certification or something so that you can prove a point to the recruiters saying you have some knowledge, and then you have a supporting document saying you have the certification. That's what is my suggestion for you. Serverless using Python and AWS. Yes, that is going to be coming in 2020. So I've started. In fact, I had made a lot of serverless videos, but then I want to go in depth on different cloud providers. What are the different serverless offerings? How to create architectures in designing scalable applications using serverless architectures in either AWS or Google Cloud or whichever cloud, right? So you will be definitely seeing all these videos in the coming months. So whenever I have time, I will definitely record them as well. So Emmanuel is from Atlantic. Thank you very much. Following for the last 1 year. Great, great to know. Which cloud provider have you chosen? Azure, please. So I generally go with somebody which who provides free tier. So every cloud provider provides free tier. The only thing is I don't have the knowledge to keep everything in my head, right? So I generally mostly try out Amazon and Google Cloud because it was easy to start with, and most of them are using AWS. And then for Google Cloud, I tried learning Kubernetes from there. So that's when I started using Google Cloud. But let's say I exhaust my AWS tier, free tier, then I move to Azure. All right. So same way when I complete a different service inside a cloud provider, then I'll move on to the next one. But I wouldn't choose something over other thing because everybody provides something or the other. Like if you consider AWS with Google, AWS is more much matured, and then the number of services which they offer is humongous, right? Nobody can meet their standards yet, right? And others are catching up, but still, yeah, whichever is free and whichever is available at that time, I'll just try out with that. So I'm working on a product now by self, Spring Boot and deploying using Docker, Kubernetes, and AWS. These are my skill set till date. Any suggestions? Yeah, definitely you can then try finishing the Kubernetes certification. I have done my Kubernetes certification. It's an amazing certification. It's a complete hands-on certification, unlike the AWS one. So you can definitely do that. But in the Indian market, if you're in India, I don't see much jobs with respect to Kubernetes as a developer, right? A lot of DevOps related jobs are there, but then as a developer you might not even like that because you will be working on the cluster setup and things like that. But AWS, yeah, you can definitely go ahead and use that. So if you know Spring Boot, Docker, Kubernetes, AWS, then I think it should be easy to get into any company. I'm having 6+ years of experience currently working on microservices. Need to know which area I can go with technical specialist. See, right now the area is obviously you are already familiar with microservices. I would say go into some specific cloud-based deployment, right? Be it AWS or Azure or whichever it is. Target one particular cloud provider and then become a specialist in that. In order to deploy into any cloud thing, you will definitely need to know microservices. Then, if you need to know microservices, then you need to know one framework like Spring Boot or Flask or anything in any language. So it'll just fall into place, right? So you need to know in fact everything to become a specialist, but concentrate on the cloud part, I would say. That's going to be the future. Can we expect some interview question video for DevOps? No, I would definitely not do that, Ankit. Like I said, like I don't want you to pass uh, an interview to get into a company. Rather, I would teach you to learn that technology, right? Instead of getting some interview questions and then making you feel comfortable and then passing that, right? So rather, I would show you hands-on stuff which you can learn. That's what I have always been doing, right, in Tech Primer. So that's what I will stick to. I think made one or two videos on some technical interview thing, but then I realized that's not my cup of tea, right? There are a lot of other YouTubers who are already doing these kind of videos, and they have like much bigger audience, so you can definitely check out their videos. Can you please explain how the Maven is used in day-to-day activities? Yeah, that's a very good question. Most of the time, if you are in an enterprise setup, you will definitely know that when you're building an application, you will have to package that particular application. So Maven is used in packaging your application. So when you're deploying, you will have to package it. Most of the time, what happens when developers are working in a DevOps kind of a setup where there is a separate team for deployment, they don't even know how things get packaged. So these all happens as a part of your continuous integration where your artifacts are built and then you get things packaged and then pushed into your dev environment, right? Generally, yeah, it's used for packaging your application. What would be the DevOps day-to-day task? See, generally every company has a different standard with respect to DevOps, right? Um, a general construct I would tell you, this is not a what do you call a standard which everybody follows, but it's just a reference, right? So most of the time, DevOps engineers um, takes tasks with respect to building your application, deploying your application, then setting up your monitoring tools, your logging frameworks, and then monitoring these in production. And if there is any proactive things, they automate the proactive checkouts as well, right? So that is mostly the DevOps part of it. There are some companies which has a concept of an SRE called a site reliability engineer. Like for example, Google started that concept. So they do more of the production side of things, which involves the DevOps as well. So DevOps will be a subset of what SRE does. So hi Uday, hi buddy. I'm a senior Java developer. I'm following you from the last couple of years. Got a lot of info from you. Thank you very much, Uday. I want to switch to ML. So software architect is good, or ML or AI will be good. See, the thing is, I will tell you a simple example, right? When I started my career in 2010, before that I mean 2009, I was doing a final year project on cloud, which was in 2009. And then everybody was saying cloud is going to be the big thing, right? So when I joined a company, there was no concept of cloud, right? And then it took so many years, and even after 10 years now, I'm teaching people what is cloud, right? So it took 10 years for people to move to cloud, right? Similar is the case with respect to machine learning. But then machine learning is now catching up faster, but I wouldn't say you will have the same level of job openings for a Java developer or a cloud engineer compared with a machine learning developer or a AI architect, right? Because uh, that's the state of it currently, right? So maybe after like few years, it'll be mainstream and everybody will be calling themselves as machine learning engineer or a AI engineer or a data engineer or data scientist, whichever they choose, right? So right now, I think like if you target one cloud provider and then if you are able to concentrate on the cloud stuff, it's easy to move into machine learning part because whatever we skipped in our college, right, the statistics and the way the algorithms are done, the way mathematical calculations are performed, those are the ones which are going into machine learning, right? If you're not good with respect to mathematics and statistics, then machine learning is not for you, right? So that's the start, right? If you know what you're getting into, then I will definitely say okay, switch to ML, because next year I'm going to start learning ML, right? So parallelly with respect to serverless, I'm going to learn machine learning myself, right? But I cannot say this is what is going to be there, right? So but yeah, that's my view. Manivan is saying, I have been working on domain-driven design microservice framework with Java functional style. I am looking for more advanced and standardized way. Yeah, so there are, you should take a look at something called a C4. C4 is an architectural pattern. Uh, I don't know, I don't know C4 yet. I have not learned it, but I got to know about it. But then take a look at it if you're looking for some advanced level, or take a look at how to design resilient microservices using Netflix OSS stack. There are a lot of Medium articles around that, and how Netflix has open sourced their tools with respect to managing these microservices. Take a look at those. Hi Parthi, have you used? Okay, there are too many questions, I think. Have you used Nginx? Yeah, I use Nginx. I have used Nginx for doing just the reverse proxying, for hosting some static websites and things like that. But yeah, a lot of teams use it for load balancing across applications. Hi, advance New Year wish. Hope you. Yeah, thank you very much, Krish, and Happy New Year to every one of you. I think in fact it's Happy Christmas, Merry Christmas to every one of you. Yeah, I should have started with that, but yeah. Hi, can you start the Mule ESB? So I had worked on Mule, but I never liked Mule. I liked that Mule as a concept, but then it's very heavy. right? Why would I like set up a whole mule ESB server and then deploy my zip, which is a small zip? That's my honest thing. So I never liked mule as a concept, but a lot of enterprises use them. Thank you, Vikram. Yep. My pleasure. Regarding Spring security using OAuth, I wrote a code as you said in your video, but it is not working in Spring 5, and I would like to request you to. Yeah, sure, definitely. Spring security is something which is changing. Again, everything has changed. There are a lot of new upgrades which have happened right from Spring Boot 1.5, and I think the videos which you would have seen is like 2, 3 years old now. But yeah, definitely I'll try to do Spring security with the refreshed Spring Boot 2 and the latest OAuth stuff. Is Lombok completely compatible with Spring Data REST? Yes, it is. I have used it. Yes, this is Uday, please. And yeah, Uday, I answered your question. I don't skip questions. That's why I want to keep my audience very small so that I can answer all your questions. When will be next meetup in Bangalore? Yeah, whenever there is a meetup, I'll definitely try speaking there. I don't know if you have attended my previous ones, but yeah, I'll try to attend something in Jan. Right, in this weekend, I think there is nothing. If there is anything, I'll definitely inform you guys. There is this community section in the channel. You can take a look at that. I'll be posting all those there, or follow me in Twitter. Follow the Tech Primers channel in Twitter. I'll be posting all those here. Right. So recently, in fact, last week I attended the Amazon AI Enclave, which is the AI conference by Amazon. But yeah, definitely I'll tell you when I attend the next one. Okay, how to make HTTP to HTTPS in Java? Can you please tell me? There is a video on that, Nandu. You can take a look at that. I have showed you how to create certificates and why do you need certificates and things like that. Just search for HTTPS in the channel and you should be able to get that. This is the one. Manjunath says, hi, following you since few months now. Thank you, Manjunath. Really amazing videos. Thanks for it. Thank you very much. Would you be able to do a video on encryption, encoding, hashing, and then the latest stuff in it, please? Sure. In fact, like I saw some videos which are already there. Just Google out for in the YouTube itself, right? Just search for these in YouTube itself. I found a very good video. I don't know the channel's name, but then I saw some random video which had very good explanation on encryption, encoding, hashing. So I don't think I would do a better job with that. So I would say take a look at those. Can you kindly explain? I think I did. Ravindra Reddy, hi bro, how are you? Meeting you after long day. Yeah, Ravindra, how are you? I'm good, man. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, guys. Hi Devan, Merry Christmas to you. What about Google Cloud? Yeah, so Google Cloud is also good. I mean, it's catching up. I like Google Cloud because the developer experience is good. AWS mostly is like with respect to your console. Most of the time you will be working with the UI, but then Google Cloud mostly you will have a lot of tools, APIs. I like command line, right? So I like this kind of a black screen. So I like Google Cloud. Hi Ajay, can we please write the e-commerce Git URL in the comment section? Yeah, sure, definitely I'll do that. In fact, I can paste you here. I don't know if it will allow me to paste, but I can post it. I have posted it. Take it from there, Madhivarma. Kindly explain the flow of application release. So this is like asking me how a company works, right? So it depends on companies. I would say just take a look at the SDLC workflow, right? So if I explain this in a video, it'll be too much because everybody knows this. If you're working in an enterprise, you will know how an application gets released into production. If you still don't know how an application gets released into production, then you should know it. That's what I would say. Um, Surya says, sir, any idea how I can connect to localhost console cluster from Spring Boot Docker image deployed in an OpenShift? It is not able to recognize localhost any bitch. Yeah, so you obviously it will not recognize OpenHost. One thing what you can do is you can deploy your console as another Docker container and deploy it into your Kubernetes cluster in OpenShift. That way you can have two containers running, or in fact in the same pod you can have two different containers with two different images, one with your console image and the other one with your Spring Boot Docker image. So that will work out very well. By the way, if you do GCP certification now, then there is a high chance you will get called for interview from Google Cloud itself. Yeah, see, Sanjay is giving you some great tips. Yep, and Google Cloud is like competing. It's a good exam again. Engineer says, hey, I also make tech videos on YouTube. Please give few tips on how to grow here. See, I'm not I'm not a grown YouTuber. I'm not doing this as a full-time job. I'm just doing it for my passion. Right? That's why I'm here to share my knowledge, and I learn a lot from you guys. Right? So I've learned a lot in the last 3 years. I made like 60,000 subscribers, which is a big deal. I never thought I will continue YouTube this far. Right? Most of my friends said the same thing, but it's a good learning for me. I learned a lot of things from you guys, and that's what I'm here for. But if you're doing YouTube as a full-time thing, then you should follow other channels like Naveen Reddy and Hitesh Chowdhury. They do it for full time. You can get a lot of tips from there as well. But yeah, I don't do a lot of money making things in YouTube. I'm just learning here. Hussein says, "Hi sir, please make one e-commerce project and end to end." So that is the project I just shared, Hussein. So my friend has created it. Do contribute to it. I will also be contributing. I'll be adding some documentation there. Hi, which one is better right now, AWS certification or Kubernetes certification? It depends. AWS is very vast, right? Kubernetes is specific to containers. AWS is specific to cloud in general within the AWS ecosystem, right? So you will have different variety of options within AWS certification, but for Kubernetes, it is only containers. So it's up to you which one you want to choose. I felt Kubernetes was better because I knew AWS already, but I felt the hands-on certification was much challenging, so I did the Kubernetes first, right? So that's my view. Ravindra says, in Spring Cloud microservices, if Eureka service went down, what will happen? Yeah, it will be down. So when Eureka is down, obviously it is down. That's when you will have to deploy Eureka in a different region as well, right? Right. So sometimes you will want to deploy multiple versions of Eureka server, or you will want to deploy Eureka in multiple regions so that it can move from one region to another, basically from one data center to another data center. Is Kafka used in to publish and subscribe message on publisher and subscribe on Kafka? What's exact used for Kafka and how is it used in industry? Kafka is obviously used as a messaging queue, but not a low level. It's a high what do you call? It's used for big data processing. Basically, if you have high data processing workloads, then Kafka is very good because it can process a huge amount of data, and then it can be resilient. The latency is very less when you have huge amount of data, right? It's not just a publish subscribe model, but it obviously does publish subscribe model, but you generally use it when you are using in the big data ecosystem like Spark or Hadoop based infrastructures, right? So you can have a Spark job publishing and consuming messages of Kafka topic and then persisting into your HBase or your Hive or uh, whichever cluster you have. So that's where Kafka is used mostly. What do you think of OpenShift, Cloud Foundry, which okay. Sanjay is asking, what do you think of OpenShift? Cloud Foundry had its run, but with K8s taking over, Pivotal itself moved to K8s distro. Since OC is built on top of it, I assume it will be more popular. Yes, I agree with you completely. So the from all the Kubernetes platforms which I have tried, right? So I have tried Amazon AKS, I have tried the Google Cloud, I have tried OpenShift, I have tried the on what do you call Omnicube or a single what do you call standalone deployed Kubernetes. The good part about OpenShift is the developer experience. Like you said, OpenShift is a platform as a service of over Kubernetes. So obviously, if let's say somebody wants to stick to a Cloud Foundry kind of a construct, then they will move to OpenShift. And again, like you said, VMware acquired now Pivotal, and now Pivotal is uh, going towards the what do you call the I forgot the name, PKS, I think, Pivotal Kubernetes as a service or something like that. So everybody's moving towards that platform as a service for Kubernetes. Everybody is building out their own platforms with Kubernetes. Yeah, the shift is moving towards Kubernetes, but still if you're having a cloud native architecture and if you're already doing Spring Boot, I wouldn't like move your application from Cloud Foundry to Kubernetes, right? There should be some benefit you should be getting out of moving to Kubernetes. If you're not getting anything, then I would say stick with Cloud Foundry itself, because that also provides a lot of benefits for the platform. I think I answered the same. OpenShift versus Cloud Foundry. Um, which kind of video or knowledge you are going to provide in your channel in 2020 year? Yeah, like I said, it's going to be serverless and machine learning. In fact, I conducted a poll with you guys and most of you had voted. I don't know how many of you from here voted it, but I asked you guys, what do you want to see? Where is that? Yeah, this is the one. What new series you want to explore in the next few months? Most of you said serverless. and then the second is machine learning. So I'm going to do the same thing. So I'm going to do a lot of serverless stuff and then machine learning stuff as well. So which is in line with the industry standards. So yeah, that's what is going to come. Can you please tell the difference between using REST template and Feign client of I have used REST templates, but I've never used Feign clients, so I don't know if I answer it will be right. But yeah, REST templates are basically used when you are using with Spring and its ecosystem, especially Spring Boot. When you have multiple plugins or libraries used inside Spring Boot, then REST template will help you in intercepting your request and then adding some flavor into your request automatically. How to process and validate 10 GB CSV file using Spring, which things are required for it, containing 10 million records, Spring Batch, multi-threading. Yeah, Spring Batch is a very good tool for processing this huge file. Obviously, you will have to split the file and then parallel do it if you want to make it faster. Hi, I'm following you for the last 1 year. Thank you, Kaushik. Which tech YouTuber you follow? So I follow a lot of people, but generally I read a lot of blogs and then I try hands-on stuff. So YouTube videos are not having everything which you wanted, and that's why a lot of you are following my channel because I just try to put whatever is not there. But most of the time I try to follow medium blogs, right? So I have a medium profile and then I read a lot of blogs from Netflix, YouTube. I follow a lot of people from the developer advocate role across the world, across companies, right? So that's how I get to know a lot of things. What do you think about Clojure? I never tried that language, so I don't know if I'm the right person to tell about it. How we manage database transaction management between different service API in microservice. Obviously, the moment you put a REST call, it will become like the transactionality will be lost. So you will have to manage the transactionality in a rollback and a roll forward fashion. For example, from a service 1, you're connecting to service 2, and from service 2, you're connecting to service 3. Now, what happens is if service 3 is down, or let's say service 3 was up, but then service 2 went down. Now, what happens is you will have to roll back the transaction which happened in the service 3, right? That you will have to manage by sending another request to the service 3 saying roll it back. You cannot do that in a single what do you call single transaction. You will have to do multiple transactions, but you have to do it in multiple phases. It could be 2 phase, 3 phase, however you want to have it. Netflix is no longer maintaining Histrix. Yes, correct. Netflix is moving to Histrix, moving to resiliency 4J because it has more features than Histrix. Yes. How to generate key tab files and TGT file? I think you can Google it out. I don't know. I don't remember it on the top of my head. Are you planning to do Spring Data REST videos with relationship? No, not definitely because these are all already there. If you go to Google and search these, you should be able to look through them. What is the future of Java developer? Any new to tech to learn further for getting better package? If you want to get better package, obviously you should think beyond Java, right? That's what is my perspective. So if you just know only Java, nobody's going to just pay you a huge paycheck, right? Because Java is just only small part of the puzzle. But if you know other technologies like cloud and then your DevOps and things like that, then there are chances that you will be getting more package. Are you planning for more detailed serverless frameworks using Node.js? Yes, Rajesh, I will be definitely doing them. Can you make a video Zool with authentication like, yeah, I'll be doing that, Naveen. Like, it's all coming up next year. What do you think closes with Java? Like I said, I'm not the right guy to answer closure question. How many questions are there? Okay, manageable. Okay, how can we use design patterns with microservices? Which kind of design patterns? See, these design patterns are specific to a single process. When you are talking about microservices, you are talking about multiple processes. So you cannot relate design patterns with microservices. You might be talking about architectural patterns. Architectural patterns are different from design patterns. So please make some videos on dynamic programming. These series can help us crack product-based interviews. Like I said, there are a lot of other YouTubers who are doing dynamic programming. You can take a look at that. There are a lot of people who are doing system design. For example, Gaurav Sen is doing system design videos. You can take a look at his video. There is a guy called Clement, I guess. So he does a lot of competitive coding. I'm not into competitive coding. I'm more into enterprise related stuff. So yeah. Priyak is saying, yes, command line is just love. So I hate Windows nowadays. I love Unix based. Yeah, that's why I have my Mac. Yeah. Thank you. Thanks a lot for your videos. It helps. Thank you very much, Surya. Question is Kubernetes, Docker, all these are open source. How does certification help? Or is it just the Indian mentality of getting a certificate to get hired? Isn't knowing Kubernetes architecture better? Obviously, yes, but I'm not the recruiter who is recruiting people, right? So if you ask me, I believe in hands-on stuff, right? That's why I try to do mostly hands-on videos in the channel, right? That's what will keep you, what do you call, keep yourself glued into the technology, and then you will learn things faster, right? Reading a blog, reading something, you cannot like keep it into your head just like that, right? Very few people have that kind of a skill, but doing that as a hands-on exercise and then trying it out, that's what makes you better. And same way with respect to certification, I like certifications which are hands-on, but the thing is, a lot of people can come and say, I know Kubernetes, right? Now, how will you differentiate between a guy who is genuinely saying that he knows Kubernetes and the guy who just is bluffing, right? So that is when certificates will be helpful for the recruiters to decide whom will I choose, right? The guy who knows the certification and who has done the certification, or the guy who just says I know things, right? So that's the call which people have to take, and that's what people are doing. How does PCF fares against Kubernetes and the OpenShift from career perspective? So I would say you will have to know what containers are, because internally inside PCF there will be containers, right? And PCF has its own container orchestration, but Kubernetes is just open source. So if you ask me personally, you should learn Kubernetes as well. OpenShift is just a flavor of Kubernetes, right? So OpenShift is like a high level thing of Kubernetes. It just abstracts out like how Pivotal Cloud Foundry is abstracting many things. So definitely you should learn what is Kubernetes, though you're working on PCF, because PCF is like, what is PCF? Like you just do CF push and there are very minimal commands. But if you come to Kubernetes, there are tons of things which you will learn in the platform because the cluster provides too many things. So I would say learn Kubernetes as well. Difference between CRUD operations versus JPA. So CRUD is basically you handwire stuff. Actually, CRUD repository, JPA implements CRUD repository, I think, right? JPA abstracts out your CRUD operations using the JSR standards, and that's the difference between CRUD repository and your JPA. Using CRUD, you can have your own standard repository and then work with that. But using JPA, it uses the Java Persistent API, which is the JSR standard. Vardhaman is asking how to convert pre-built monolith into microservices. This is like asking how to build a house, right? So if you want to build a house, what do? We will have to build from the brick, right? So it is something like that. When you need to build or when you need to break a monolith into microservices, you need to do a lot of things. There is no template as such which you can do and then convert your monolith into microservices, right? But yeah, that's the honest answer. Ganesh is saying, what would be good to use Maven or Gradle? I personally liked Gradle for the flexibility it provided with respect to writing your own tasks. But a lot of people are not bothering about Maven or Gradle these days because the bigger pain is after packaging, how will I deploy, right? Now we don't have to do a lot of these custom plugin stuff inside your application, because with respect to Spring Boot and the way things are moving, people are just forgetting what a build tool is, right? The Maven and Gradle. And yeah, maybe somebody has to create or upgrade, maybe build systems to be more intelligent, to just build one artifact and then push only those. That's when I think people will look at it. But personally, I like Gradle, but I use Maven as well, so I know both. Have you tried Yugabyte DB? I would really love your view. I saw some interview by the founders in one of the podcasts, but I have not tried it. There are too many database these days. Yeah, I think I know what they're talking about. It's an open source database. Yeah, like, but I have never tried it. Definitely, I'll give it a try. Dev Prasan, thanks for that. I'll make a note. Have you used RSocket? Yeah, RSocket is in my list of learning material with respect to frameworks with reactive. Yeah, I'm like noticed any improvement in. A lot of people are saying that, but I don't know. See, the problem is RSocket is reactive based, right? If you don't want to create reactive systems, basically asynchronous based systems, then it will be slightly challenging. But then we need to see, right, how things are moving. But yeah, I've never tried RSocket. Ashish is saying, please do this kind of question and answers every 2 to 3 months, because this is really very good knowledge sharing session and we can get some new information about from techies. Yeah, sure, definitely. I mean, in fact, I thought of doing some Q&A with maybe viewers itself, right? For example, you can join a Hangout thing and then we can have a collective answering session, because I might not be an expert in everything. Right, so I'm also learning. In the last 3 years, I learned a lot of things, but still in some cases I still say that I don't know things. Right, so maybe Yeah, it's a good thing. We can plan one. Yeah. Difference between Kafka and RabbitMQ. So it's almost the same, but yeah, I don't know what I can directly say as a difference between, but there are a lot of documents which I've read in the Medium article, but then none was convincing for me, right? The only good thing which I saw was when you're using big data based systems, it is easy to get Kafka based infrastructure setup in your big data cluster rather than an RabbitMQ based cluster, which can be separate, right? If you have your big data setup done with your cluster of machines, then you can easily set up Kafka. RabbitMQ, you can have it independently, right? But Kafka can be integrated into your big data ecosystem like Hadoop and Spark and things like that. I've been working on Spring Reactive Stack and Reactor. It's hard. I haven't yet found a way to add AOP. Yes, that is the problem with AOPs and sorry, reactive programming, right? It's very difficult to write tests. It's very difficult to what do you call guess what will happen because things are like asynchronous, right? So you will have to wait. If it doesn't come, then you will have to take a call back and things like that, fall back and things like that. Yeah, I know your pain. Okay, I think Priyank is answering Praveen Kumar. You can take a look at that. Okay, there are. Where did I go? Okay. I need to upgrade an old J2W application to Spring Boot. Could you explain which way we can design in a simple way? Like I said, it cannot be explained just like that. We need to look at the architecture and then strip down what can be taken out and then see how we can move it. Great job, buddy. Gopal says, thank you very much, Gopal. I follow your videos to get quick understanding of new technology. Thank you. Thank you very much. Any blog you refer to developer or any website to keep updated? Yeah, in fact, I have a video on that. What are the things which I follow? I think Buzz or something. Yeah, top. I think how to be updated with respect to technology. What channels do I follow? How to be updated with latest tech. These are the things which I top five websites. I mean, yeah, yeah. This video. How do I keep myself up to date with technology? Take a look at this. You will know what I do. I think I made it 2 years ago. But yeah. Your views on competitive programming. Competitive programming is good when you want to clear interviews with big companies, and if you're solving those real competitive problems like in machine learning and things like that with respect to calculations and stuff. But most of the stuff which are happening in enterprise is not competitive, right? So there is no point in doing competitive programming if you don't do that. But generally, companies prefer that so that they know and they can filter out smart people out of the crowd, right? That's where a lot of people use competitive programming. In Spring Data Redis, we have way of expire keys, but is there any way to update session in between expiring keys? I doubt that. You can expire updating keys in the sense the key value. I don't think you can do that. You can expire it immediately and then you can create a new key. That's what I think you can do. Can you please create a video on CQRS? Yeah, that's a long pending one again. A lot of these microservices patterns are long pending because I recently moved towards AWS and Kubernetes. Can you make a video series on data? Like I said, there are a lot of other YouTubers. You can take a look at those videos for data structures and algorithms. Hi, you made a video on Saga Oreo, but yes, so that is because I was waiting for this example. Right, so I wanted to create one example like this, but Preetham has already done it. This is right now synchronized. I can use this and then show the Saga pattern, but then I want to understand this and then do it. All right, but yeah, it's just pending. I'm not getting time. I have a job as well, Naveen. Could you please make a video on how we can prepare for AWS certified developer? In fact, I'm not even certified with respect to AWS, but there are a lot of YouTube channels which I've seen. Take a look at those. Just search for AWS certified developer associate. You can definitely take a look at those. System design. The thing is, I know systems design, but I don't want to do system design because the idea of this tech primer channel is to do hands-on stuff, right? And with respect to system design, a lot of things will be theoretical. You can take a look at Gaurav Sen's videos. Those are very good. He does only system design mostly. He does hands-on stuff as well, interview stuff as well. You can take a look at his videos. I don't want to repeat the same because everybody creates system design in a different fashion, right? So to me, you can learn system design by designing application, but then reading a lot of blogs and things like that will help you. But when I start designing system, everybody will have an opinionated approach, right? You might say that will not work. Somebody else will come and say that feature will not work in this, and things like that. So I don't want to put a blunt generic system design, what do you call, video. Take a look at Gaurav Sen's video. I follow his videos. Can you, okay, where is it? Can you please make a video on evolution of security concept? Yes, that is also a long pending thing. I'll definitely do that, Shaker. Hi Ajay, can you please explain gRPC with Spring Boot? Which will be better solution? Yeah, I have already done a video on that. In fact, gRPCs are much faster. I used to work with a gRPC kind of a protocol like 4 years ago, but then now everything is HTTP. But I found gRPC is very good. So you can try this video. I have explained that. Can we call REST API within PowerShell script with dynamic input? Yes, definitely. I think PowerShell script. Yes, you can do that. I have done it. Yes. What is the new stack for DevOps? I know Ansible, but is there any new way to manage cloud or Kubernetes? Right now, a lot of people are using Terraform. So Terraform is a way to do hybrid cloud deployment. I'll be learning Terraform as well next year. So try Terraform. How we can contact you if we have any doubts? You can definitely ping me in what do you call, Twitter or Facebook or LinkedIn. I'll definitely reply. I don't have like a 100,000 people pinging me every now and then, right? You can see the number of people watching this live. I don't know how many, maybe 40, 60, which is a good number, which is enough. I don't want too many people to crowd the channel as well. Mm, okay. Your views on distributed ledger blockchain like BigChain DB. So I tried learning those, Himanshu. The problem with blockchain, I will tell you, right? There are too many players in blockchain, similar to any open source stuff, right? And there is no standardization yet. There is no clear winner yet, right? Like how Kubernetes is a winner with respect to container orchestration, there is nothing with respect to blockchain yet. Obviously, Hyperledger is Fabric is there, but still I would wait and watch. I wouldn't learn blockchain yet because it's not mature enough, right? Things are going to change a lot. Even if I learn, it's going to change a lot, right? It's the same with BitChain DB. That's my view. Could you please make some videos on Elasticsearch? I think I did a lot of videos on Elasticsearch when the channel started, but yeah, now I'm not doing it. Yeah, 2 years ago. Which one to preferred thing? Like I think you asked this question. Safe. Somebody asked this question already. I have not worked with Fein client, so I cannot answer that. RabbitMQ doesn't have K streams, K table. Yeah, like you've mentioned, a lot of features have been added in Kafka. And again, with respect to Kafka, yeah, okay, Kafka is fast compared to RabbitMQ. Great, cool. What will be AOP programming? Exactly, which application can be def for example, if you want to do logging, you can still do AOP. Let's say you want to do snooping of your application. Let's say you want to collect metrics information. You can still do AOP. That is where you will use AOP. Those are some examples. Rajesh is saying you using Java for e-commerce application, so why not Node.js? Yeah, definitely. Like you can contribute, Rajesh. I mean, we can do that. I mean, we are primarily Java developers, right? And that's why we created Java. But definitely we can do the same concept in Node.js. Now that we have a skeleton ready, we can definitely do it. We can have a separate folder and then build the same in the same repo. If you want, I can. We can. I'll ask. Preetham to create a new one for e-commerce Node.js or something like that. We can build a new Node.js project with e-commerce. I vote for CQRS, even sourcing a D. Yeah, those are there in my pipeline, Sanjay. What do you do in your day-to-day job? Tech stack, framework, designing, leading team, etc. Take a look at my LinkedIn profile. That's what I can say. Uh, I have it there. But yeah, generally I learn a lot of things by sharing, right? So I'm a solutions architect in my full-time job. So I learn all these. I do teach people about AWS, Kubernetes, DevOps, and stuff like that. So yeah, everything. Hi, could you please make some videos showcasing the Spark Jobs implementation using cloud-based clusters? Yeah, if Amazon provides a free EMR cluster, then I will definitely use it. But yeah, it's pay. I mean, they charge you. There is nothing in the free tier. Uh, Google Cloud, I've never tried. I don't know if Google even provides a Spark thing, but I think it should provide. MapReduce should be there. So, but yeah, I never tried. Buddy, how many hours do you spend on learning daily? So, minimum, I think I would learn 2 to 3 hours. Initially, I used to learn 1 to 2 hours, but then now I'm doing more, 2 to 3 hours, maybe in fact more, depending on the time I go to sleep. But yeah, I read a lot. I try out a lot. Most of the videos I don't make because I would have failed or I did not like it or something like that. But yeah, you're respecting every question. I like your video. Keep the. Thank you very much, Sanket. That's what I wanted because I don't want people to feel that I did not answer their questions. And then I know um, my channel is small, so I can concentrate on people. So I don't want to grow huge with 1 million subscribers and then claim that I have this many subscribers. Rather, I will stick to like 10 people, 20 people, and then make it better. That's what the core competency of Tech Primers was right from the day one. And thanks for that. You guys, you guys are able to see that value add. What is the future of elk stack? It will be there. Obviously, elk is basically elastic search, log stash, and Kibana. It will be there for monitoring and um, log. What do you call logging? Log monitoring, basically log as a service. It will be there, but yeah, it will be pushed into cloud. That's what I can see. I'm a fanboy of your AWS. Fanboy of AWS. Are you? Yes, I am a fanboy of a lot of cloud providers, especially AWS, Kubernetes, and Google Cloud. All right. Azure, I have never tried, but definitely I attend a lot of meetups, conferences on AWS, Kubernetes. If let's say you have any meetups which you are organizing, or if you have anything in your company, do let me know. I can come and give a presentation as well. I recently started speaking at different meetups, so and I met a lot of subscribers there as well. A lot of you came and then met me there. If you're interested, just let me know. And if I am speaking in any event, I will definitely post those, right? So you can take a look at that and then attend if you're in Bangalore. So I'm based out of Bangalore. So if you're in Bangalore or if you want to have a chai, just ping me. I can we can just meet. Make videos on Elasticsearch using high Java. Sure, definitely Vikram. I will definitely try. Can we expect more Spring Reactive? Yes, Ravindra. So Spring Reactive, Spring Boot, these are all my side things which I will do when I do serverless and machine learning videos. But yeah, definitely I'll do. Thank you, Ashish. I appreciate your time and knowledge. Thank you very much. Best CID/CD tool part from Jenkins and comparison with Jenkins. I have used Jenkins. I have used TeamCity, but right now I have not seen the TeamCity's latest version. But what I felt was um, Jenkins was good, but I thought GitHub Actions were amazing. Right, so GitHub's own CI/CD tool that is also very good. It's very developer focused, right? You can quickly get a CI/CD stuff done. Jenkins, on the other hand, it's like you have to do a lot of plugins and things like that, but then still, it's up to you, right? I like Jenkins. I use Jenkins all the way. Can you please explain Jenkins build job? Actually, there is a video on that, Shiva. You can take a look at that. I have done a lot of videos on Jenkins. In fact, that is one of the popular video. See this video. I mean, 231K. I don't even have that many people. Okay. Cool. GraalVM is becoming popular, specifically the native image. Have you tried GraalVM? Yes, I tried GraalVM. I think I have a video on Graal already. Yes, I have it. And then Quarkus. Yes, Micronaut I did. Quarkus I have not tried. I was waiting for the Quarkus GA notification. I think right now Quarkus is, I don't know if it is 1.0 now, but I was just waiting for the general availability. Right now it was on beta phase and preview version. That's why. I did not try that, but I saw Micronaut. Micronaut was very good. I mean, I don't know if people are using it in production, but then I tried personally and it was very good. The startup time was amazing, and yeah, it will be useful for Kubernetes and serverless. And intelligence just changed right there. JP Morgan. Okay, entire vision of Ajay personality and intelligence just changed right there. Okay, thank you very much. So, what is the future of Java? Java is going to be there. Like I said, when I joined, when I was in college, people were saying cloud is going to disrupt everything. And in fact, it's 10 years now and still cloud has not been completely adopted. So, I would say Java will be still there. Safe, thank you very much. Thank you, Safe. Is there any chance for Docker full playlist video? There is already one, Biswanath. Take a look at, just search for Docker primer. These are all the things which I have made on Docker. Just search for Docker. There is a containers primer as well. There is a Docker. I think let me search for. I don't know what is the playlist name. I did actually. Take a look at containers primer. This one. This will have Docker in it. There are 12 videos in that, and all these will be like crisp videos with hands-on stuff, right? No, what do you call, basic things and things like that, right? It's all like for experts like us only. is for sure for a chai. I'm doing AWS video streaming right now. Nice. What about Travis for CI/CD? Yes, I have used Travis, but after GitHub Actions came, I feel like Travis is good, but then GitHub already provides its own CI/CD, which is free. Why not use that? And I liked GitHub Actions the way it works. So I made a video on that as well. You can take a look at that. Spring ecosystem is extremely huge now. I wonder how can these new frameworks Micronaut keep up? Yes, that's the same question I had, Sanjay. Because Spring cannot be replaced right now. Because the moment you talk to any developer who is doing Java, everybody's talking about Spring Boot and Spring Cloud Services. So it's very difficult to talk about Micronaut and Quarkus there. Uh, Malikarjun is saying Jenkins X and Recton may replace Jenkins and Kubernetes. Yes, you're right. So I in fact did Jenkins X long back. I never installed Jenkins X in my local machine. In my laptop, I have Jenkins right now. But yeah, I never did that. I will definitely try that once I try the Tecton pipelines. I hear good things about Tecton pipelines, but I never tried it personally. Uh, Thank you very much for your videos. Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Sridevi. I think I'll end the stream here. It's been, I think, almost an hour, right? So this should be more than enough. I hope it's not information overload for people who are watching offline after the live. But yeah, it was fun talking to you guys. I hope you learned something from me from this video as well, like any other video. But do give me some feedbacks on what you would like to learn, because I also learn from it, right? So I am also a developer like you. I learned a lot of things, and I learn every day, right? So yeah, whatever I learn something new, I'll definitely share. And if you have any meetups or conferences which you're attending, if you want me to, then I will definitely try to attend. Ping me the link for subscribing, and then I'll definitely try attending it. Cool. I think that should be it. Thank you very much. We'll see you again, and have a good year end and enjoy your vacations for the next few days. At least I can. The traffic will be less in Bangalore. I don't have to worry about that. Cool. By Manikandan, should I learn Netflix provided Eureka? Yes, you should. I would say you should, Sushil, right? To know, because Kubernetes abstracts a lot of things, but learn that. That's what I would say. I've been following your channel for the last 1 year. I heard a lot from you. Thank you very much, Yogesh. Key clock. I have that in my list, Jalal, but I don't know when I will make it. But definitely I'll try. Cool. Thank you, Dheeraj. Thanks for attending. Thank you, Ravikant, for staying till the end. Thank you, Vijay, for staying till the end. Merry Christmas. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you, Safe. Meet you again, guys. Thank you, Rajesh. I think with that we'll end. And if there is any question or something, just post me in either Twitter or maybe in the comment section. I'll definitely reply to you. Cool. Thank you very much. See you again. Take care.